If you want to achieve this look, super natural, very cute, and very quick, keep watching. When you work from home, getting a good at-home makeup routine can feel kind of difficult because you don't necessarily want a full-on beat face, but you want to be Zoom ready. You want to be good to go if you need to hop on and do an Instagram live, or if you need to show your face in your IG stories, or if you need to hop on a Zoom call with a team member or with a client. And this is my quick 15-minute makeup routine that I do pretty much every day, anytime that I need to be camera ready, but I'm not trying to be like full-on beat. For some context, I have oily skin. I am in my 30s. I have a pretty good skincare routine that I will break down in another video for you, but this is my everyday quick and dirty go-to makeup routine. First thing, I start off with a good moisturizer after I've done my skincare routine. So I've been using Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream and I've been loving it. And just apply that like so. Because I have oily skin, I like to have more of a matte finish with my makeup. I've been absolutely loving this primer. It is from Milk. It is their Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Child, like, I've used a lot of primers in my day. This one is hands down my favorite. So I just get a little pea amount of that. And I normally just really try to apply it in my oily areas, which is my T-zone, my forehead, around my cheeks, and that's really where I focus the product, and then just rub the remaining in, and I let that dry for a second as well. I have used MAC, the Studio Fix Fluid, which is really like that full coverage. If I'm like going out on a date night or doing something a bit more like, you know, I'm trying to get snatched up, I will use this. But I have also been loving Lancome's foundation as well as Giorgio Armani's. But listen, these are expensive. Like, you drop in $40, $50, $60 on a bottle. And last time I was at Sephora, one thing that I learned is that all the products that I really, really love, Giorgio Armani, Lancome, even if I'm trying to do like a drugstore foundation, I love Maybelline, they're all owned by the same company, LVMH. LVMH has secured the bag on some of my favorite beauty products. And I just recently found out that they also have acquired Sephora. They make Sephora products too. So for my at-home makeup routine, when I'm just at home, working from home, doing Zoom calls, I'm like, I don't want to be using my $50 foundation for my 15-minute Zoom call. Like, I'm like, I need to make my money stretch, okay? So I have been testing out Sephora's products, and listen, if you have oily skin, even if you don't, we are sleeping on Sephora. So like, most of the products I use when I'm working from home and doing my makeup are pretty much Sephora products. So let's get into it. So the first thing I normally do is my Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I just do a little dab. And then I just kind of put it where I have little problem areas and a little bit right there. And I just let that sit for like a second. I let that just dry just a little bit. Take like a damp beauty blender. I normally underneath my faucet, and then I normally will have a towel nearby, and I just kind of absorb any excess water from it. Blend that in. I did a little bit right around my nose. Lashes are on the run, child. Boom. Then I take like an angled brush. This is from, I don't know, somewhere from Target from a lifetime ago. And I use a little bit of Translucent Power by Laura Mercier. And I basically just really press in to that concealer to set it. And also I let it sit like this for the entire, and do that wherever I put that concealer. Boom. Next up, I get like a fluffy blending powder brush. This is from e.l.f. And we're using another Sephora product. I'm using Sephora's Matte Perfection Powder Foundation in 34. I'm Peach Fawn. All you need to do is just a little bit of dab, just dab. And then I blend that in. I try not to go too deep where I'm gonna put my bronzer, because I don't like having like too much makeup on my face. So I try to just apply the makeup like where I need it, and to avoid like multi-layering a lot of the time. And it's given, right? Like, it's a cute little situation here. Then I take an angled brush like this for my bronzer. This is from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collaboration. Also had this for a lifetime. And we're using another Sephora product, the Sephora Trio Contour Palette in medium deep. Now that I'm in my 30s, I have needed to apply my contour in a different way to help sculpt my face than what I used to do in my 20s, okay? So what I like to do is really just kind of start up a little bit higher on my cheekbone, and I carry that bronzer all the way up because I have a big forehead too. So I just like to dab it in like so. And then take it up the hairline, boom, boom. Okay, this might be a little bit much, but life is on. And then I put any excess on my lid. That's pretty much like my eyeshadow for the day. And then I will pinch this bad boy and take it down the bridge of my nose, a little bit under, a little bit on top. Then I'm grabbing another angled brush. This is actually from Sephora. It's a blush brush. And we're going to use another Sephora product. This is the Micro Smooth Captive Multitasking Baked Face Palette. I love this blush. I use this one here in the lower right hand corner. Just did a little bit of dab. And I put my blush like right on top of that contour, right on top of that bronzer. And I just kind of go up into my temple. And then I just do a little bit on my nose. And then I'll take a flat powder brush. This is by e.l.f. And I just kind of like rub any of that excess powder that I had underneath on and kind of blend it down. Blend this all together. And that is the whole face situation. Like, that is it. That's what I do every single day. Lastly, for my lips, I'll use the NYX Professional Makeup Rectangular Lip Liner in Sand Beige and line my lips. And I use my Wet n Wild lipstick in Bare It All. I've literally been using this lipstick for like over a decade. It is my favorite like natural nude go-to situation. That is the whole look. So let me get my hair situated and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, boom, that's the finished look, okay? It's simple, it's cute, it's popular to boot. Great hair, the boys I love to stare. Leave it in the comments. If you know, you know what that little jingle is from. I just kind of remixed it a little bit though. But that's the whole look. Like, it takes legit like 10 minutes for me to do every morning. It gets me camera ready, has me feeling confident before I hop on Zoom calls or if I need to go on a quick live stream. And it's really using super affordable products from Sephora that are like half the price. Some of the higher end luxury designer products that many of us love, but it's still all by LVMH. So hope you liked it. If you liked the video you just watched, click this one. You might like it even more. Go ahead, check it out.